Hey everyone, welcome to episode 43 of the Fox Cities Advice Givers podcast. This week's guests are Sarush and Sarah. They are the founders of the Fox River Kayaking Company. They are based in Menasha currently, but cover the entire Fox River Valley from Wrightstown to Doty Island and even High Cliff State Park. Today we talked about their journey and the company that they're launching coming up here in a couple weeks, so check out this week's episode. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Fox Cities Advice Givers podcast. Today we are joined by the founders of the Fox River Kayaking Company. Both co-founders are here with me. Why don't you introduce yourselves?
Hello, my name is Sarush Warner Karamyar.
My name is Sarah Slayton.
Now before we get into the business, why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Absolutely. So, again, my name is Sarush Warner Karamyar, Wisconsinite through and through. I was born in Milwaukee. But really grew up in the Fox River Valley area. Went to Jefferson Elementary School, growing up on 2nd Street across from the church, spending my summers in the municipality pool, and enjoying those 4th of July fireworks at Jefferson Park. I went to Hortonville High School, graduated class of 007, and then from there went to Purdue University, traveled the world a bit, backpacking and hiking. But it's good to be back, and I'm working on this project, bringing kayaking and supboarding to the Fox River Valley area.
Sarah?
And again, my name is Sarah Slayton, and I am a Milwaukee native. I grew up there for a while, then bounced over to the East Coast in New Jersey, but made my way back here. And I've been living in Door County for a while, and more recently made my way down to Appleton in the Fox River Valley. And I've been kayaking my whole life. I've been hiking, spending time outside, and we've just been working on this project to bring those opportunities to this area.
So bring me back to, obviously you didn't just buy some kayaks and start a business. There's a journey along the way. Bring us back to that first time kayaking. Is there a memory there?
Yeah, there definitely is. My father and I would always go up to Door County in the summers. It was a tradition. And we would be camping. We'd go hiking in Peninsula State Park. I actually lived and went to school for a year or so on Washington Island.
Okay.
So my first time kayaking was up in Door County.
Okay.
And those memories, I was young. I wasn't necessarily taking the lead or paddling too much. You know how the kids just drop the paddle and the dad's paddling most of the time or hanging out. But I loved it, right? And it really stuck with me. And throughout my life, I've always been paddling. I've done whitewater in Colorado. I lived on the East Coast for a bit in Charlotte. There's the largest man-made whitewater center there where our U.S. Olympians train. Okay. I would hang out there every Thursday. They have rock climbing, live music, and of course kayaking. It's a good time. I used to live in the Florida Keys and kayak around the mangroves and down there, which is great. Did some kayaking when I was living in New Zealand, down on the Whanganui River, which is south of the North Island, which was amazing. So I've been kayaking all around the world and locally, and I started. It's basically just been a lifestyle, okay. And I'm trying to spread that lifestyle throughout the area. Yeah.
Cool. So at what point, you've done this for years, at what point did you decide you want to turn this into a business?
Well, Sarah and I met in Door County, and we were working professionally as kayaking guides, and then I invited her down to Appleton. And, I'm living right in the historic Mills apartments. Mm-hmm. So those locks are like right out my window. And I never paddled them myself, right? And so we started doing some research. We were hanging out and we were like, could we do that, right? We checked out if it was safe, if it was even possible. After we found out it was possible, we kayaked a few routes ourselves. And we had a blast. We loved it. And we knew immediately afterwards that it needed to happen. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was amazing. And it's really incredible because we live in such an urban area. And you don't realize the amount of nature and wildlife we have around here until you're really on the water, surrounded by the parks on either side of you. And it's great because if you're doing our Appleton Locks paddle, for example, on one side you could have a beautiful wildlife forested area, and then on the other side is downtown Appleton, and you get the best of both worlds there.
And you're paddling through the paper industrial ruins. We saw 2 white-tailed deer as we were paddling through Appleton. It's super cool. So after that experience, we just were like, it needs to happen.
Yeah. So bring us through that journey from all right, I want to make this happen to where you are today? What are some of those, obviously some struggles along the way?
Definitely some struggles. We're hard workers, and it has definitely taken a lot of hard work, and there's more hard work to come. We built this from the ground up. So we started out with an old laptop of mine, and I built the server. Right, Sarah, she is an amazing web development individual, right? And so we're working with WordPress. We built our own website from the ground up. Do you want to say any piece on that?
Yeah, so we had to figure out, so again, we built the server on our own. You can, when you're buying domain names, you can get them hosted on servers like in the cloud, or you can do it yourself. And so we went that route, and there's just been a lot of hoops that we had to jump through, technical hoops there, and then getting the website all set up. But we had, in our first couple months, in October and November, we had a very preliminary website page, and then come December and January, we've made our website into something really beautiful, I hope. And we have all of our activities listed up there. We keep that really updated. All of our social media stays very up to date. And so that's a really great way for people to find us and find more information about us.
So we developed the server, we developed the website, which, there were times where we definitely wanted to just throw that against the wall and be like, it's not worth it. But we kept through it basically all winter. Another major issue or difficulty that we face is how do we just present this to the community? So we didn't know where to go to that. I was walking out of the Appleton Public Library, and then I took a right, and there's the Post Crescent on one side of the street.
Yep.
On the other side is the Chamber of Commerce. And just spur of the moment with my backpack on my back, I was like, well, let's walk inside and see what's going on. And so I introduced myself, I talked about my project, and I discovered the SCORE organization, right? An amazing organization that appoints mentors. Our mentor is Bob Molitor.
Okay.
An amazing individual who then knew exactly how to help us out, right? Usually they help out building business plans, all this stuff. We didn't need that. We just needed the network. And he was introducing us to municipality leaders to present. He introduced us to the organization 1 Million Cups that meets every Wednesday at 9 a.m. at Fox Valley Technical College, right? Basically introducing us to supporters, yes people, the doers that we need to talk to. And we would recommend any entrepreneur to do that. And that really helped us out, yeah.
And yeah, that's also been super helpful for us because Bob, our mentor at SCORE, has connected us to all the municipalities, and so we've been able to meet with them, get even a bigger network with all the connections that they're able to provide for us, and they've helped us out getting our office spaces, finding events to be a part of, and so everyone along the way has been super supportive of it and really helpful there.
So without meeting Bob, you would be probably still just at the Appleton Public Library trying to figure out how to do this.
Yeah, I mean, this is a project for the community by the community. I would definitely say I'm the first one and quick to say I'm not the smartest person on the team. It's a team effort, and it's a community effort, and we're really excited to present this to the community. Yeah,
we're very fortunate to have the SCORE group. They're very a lot of good information for young businesses.
100%. Yeah, SCORE. Go to your local Chamber of Commerce if you're starting a business, and they will definitely help you out. Yeah.
So now you've got the concept. You've started to meet people. The next step is equipment, location. What were those struggles like?
I mean, starting a business, one, you have to have the network. You have to have an idea that you're willing to, die for and believe in, and you're just passionate about. The other end is there's a financial, fiscal budget, Again, I fleshed out the business plan. We had a 3-year forecast. I looked at the trends, Google Trends, mapped out everything and presented it. Funny thing, great people at Fox Communities Credit Union, super supportive people. I went there to secure a loan potentially, right? Instead of actually getting the loan done, I spent an hour and a half talking to their amazing marketing team. So that definitely helped things out as well. But yeah, we did shopping, which we loved, for kayaks and surfboards, hanging out at coffee shops, looking at the best options. We met with regional sales representatives, and then mapped it out from there. Also, we drove around to Wapaka, talked to Tim, the owner of Adventure Outfitters LLC. He guided us. We went to Stevens Point, talked to Bill, the owner of the outfit up there. Scuba Dive. What is it?
Dive Point Scuba.
Dive Point Scuba, absolutely. Great outfit up there if you're looking to do kayaking and stuff. Went to Milwaukee. There's, Milwaukee Kayaking Company. They're friendly and awesome as well. So, I mean, the industry itself has been super supportive in making this a success. Yeah.
And again, like Sarush said, the shopping for the gear part is actually really fun too, and it's been great.
Love
we
it.
got to meet all these amazing outfitters that we might never have the chance otherwise to just go up to Stevens Point and see all those. But because of this, we've been able to meet other amazing adventurers in Wisconsin and in the area.
Yeah.
I'm sure it helps to meet these people that have kind of proven the concept that you're trying to achieve here.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, we're not reinventing the wheel. It's called the kayak Eskimo roll because Eskimos have been doing it for hundreds of years. So, but we're definitely working hard to introduce it locally. Yeah.
Excellent. What kind of equipment do you guys have?
So our fleet consists of 16 kayaks, 8 single, 8 tandem. So it's a total capacity of 24 people. Again, we have the appropriate paddles to get everybody out in the water, appropriate PFDs. aka life vests, and then we have a handful of surfboards and leashes for the surfboards, and then the paddles, the stand-up paddleboard paddles. So it's a good start. We definitely see a future to expand. Mm-hmm. Come by our office and check it out. Check out the gear. Yeah.
We use sit-on-top kayaks instead of sit-in kayaks, and so the main difference for that is that they're easier to get in and out of, and so that's really great for the activities that we do on the Fox River and on Lake Winnebago, because it's nothing that you're going to be out on the water for days at a time, and so you don't really need the whole dry cover on your kayak, and so it's good. Larger people and smaller people can sit comfortably in them, and in the event that someone tips out or anything like that or is having a hard time, it's easy to get out and then back into them. Whereas with sit-in kayaks, there's the Eskimo rolls, and that can make it really tough for beginners, but these are super beginner friendly and great for the tours that we do.
A lot more stable than the
more stable and in general safer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. So what do you guys have planned for specific tours set up, locations, things like that?
I know Sarah loves introducing this. Would you like to talk about that?
So we operate throughout the Fox River Valley, as far south as Doty Island and High Cliff State Park, and as far north as Wrightstown. So the main guided excursions that we do are Doty Island paddle, starting in Jefferson Park, going out towards the Kimberly Point Lighthouse and back. Then we do an Appleton Locks paddle, that goes through the Appleton Locks, downtown Appleton, as well as the Little Chute Locks paddle. And then farther north, we have a Kaukauna and Wrightstown paddle. And that one we start at Thousand Island Conservancy up there and stop right before the lock by Kaukauna, in between Kaukauna and Wrightstown. And so because of the lock schedule right now, we do the Doty Island and Kaukauna paddles during the week, and then the Appleton and Little Chute locks are only open on weekends right now, so we do those ones on the weekends. And then our main locations for gear rentals are in High Cliff State Park, and so we operate over there for those, and we also do stand-up paddleboard yoga, and that we do right by our office here in Menasha by Jefferson Park.
Yeah. So basically, we're covering the whole Fox River Valley.
Sounds like it.
And we're looking to expand up to De Pere and Green Bay.
Okay.
Yep.
Now, one thing that people in this area think of when they think of the Fox River is that it's dirty, that it's, years ago the paper mills were dumping stuff. What would you say to people who are wondering if the water is safe and safe enough to kayak and paddleboard?
Absolutely. First of all, big environmentalist. Love the outdoors, and it's one of my pet peeves. I hate littering. Yeah, it bums me out. It really does. I was raised as a little boy. My mother, just taught, just don't throw that stuff on the ground. Take care of the environment you live in. So it sucks what has happened in regards to the waterways around here. That being said, a lot of the waterways, if not the whole entire earth, is dealing with this issue, right? The National Geographic issue for April that's sitting right next to you, I'll show you. There's an article right now with a beautiful picture. It shows a surfer taking a wave, and that wave is literally just full of trash as the surfer's taking it, right? But people are still riding, right? He's still surfing on that wave in the waters with trash, and we're still kayaking, right? We're on the smarter end of life right now in history, right? The paper industry was here. All of us would not be here without that industry. So I love those people. We just didn't have the smarts that we do have today, right? The waters are getting cleaner. The cleaning efforts are being completed, and we're moving forward as a community smarter, right? Now, are the waterways completely clean? No. Are they safe? Yes. And you can enjoy them. So I'll tell you this right now, we're 100% first on safety, right? What we like to say with our guided excursion spiels is our job is safety, your job is fun, right? So we wouldn't be out there if the waters weren't safe at the end of the day, right? But yeah, the waters are safe. Do they have a history of pollution? Yes. Are they always going to be getting cleaner every single day, every single second now, moving forward? Absolutely. And we want to support that. We are supporting that, and it's a good thing. Yeah.
So you've got prearranged events. What do you have in store for people who want a private event, a one-off? Do you have the availability for that?
Absolutely. So we have on our website a private tour option. You can click that, read a little bit about it, or we honestly prefer that you just call us, right? And we can cater to any idea that you can come up with, basically. Do you have a bachelorette party? Do you have a bachelor party? We just posted up today gift card opportunities. Summer's coming around. A lot of people are graduating high school, college. Do you want to have a private excursion for the high school graduation party, right? Basically, your mind is the limit on this. If you can brainstorm something fun, we'll do it. Do you want to paddle through the Appleton Locks, stop halfway in between, have a grill out, get back in your kayaks, then paddle the rest of the way? We can do that. Do you want to have a party at High Cliff State Park? Have a grilling birthday party and then kayak out in Lake Winnebago? We'll absolutely support that. So
with our private outings, we also do group outings. And so if you're coming with a large group of, we're working with Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, Boys and Girls Club, all sorts of youth outings like that, as well as team building events for various companies in the area. And so we can cater to that as well. If you want to focus on more of the educational aspect of the paper industry, we can do that. If you want to focus on the more technical paddling skills, we're really able to cater to everyone's needs. And so call us about group outings too.
So we're sitting here in your new office in Menasha. You're really excited about this.
We love it, yeah.
Tell me about how this came to be. How'd you find this, and how were you able to secure it?
Again, a project for the community, by the community. We would not be here with all the tremendous support that we have received. And we could take up a whole podcast segment just saying thank you, thank you, thank you. But we can't do that. But how did we come across this office space? We were presenting this idea to municipality leaders, right? Menasha was very receptive and excited about it. Brian Tungate, the economic development director, very supportive. The mayor himself, very excited. The whole team, City Hall itself, right, was very, very supportive. And they're very approachable, great people, right? And so we presented the idea. We spoke to local nonprofits in the area. They were supportive as well. And one thing led to another. They had this space empty. They said, we'd like to invite you. And so we checked it out, and we were so excited to move in here. And one thing led to another, and now we're sitting here comfortably sipping coffee and doing a podcast interview. Yeah.
And you can see the river.
Yeah, right on the waterfront. It's beautiful. Right across the marina, we can actually launch, so we can rent our kayaks right from the office space, walk it out for you, and you're just kayaking right in the water. So it's a perfect location. Absolutely.
So for rentals, if someone wants to just come grab a couple kayaks for the afternoon, they can do that as well?
Absolutely. You call us up if you need want a rental. We can either drive it out to space, or you can come up to this office right here by the marina, downtown Menasha, and we'll help you launch it. You can kayak a little bit and come back. Yeah.
Excellent.
Yep.
With guides and your staff, what kind of staff do you have?
So our team right now is a core of like 10 people, right? Myself, Sarah, Jake, and then it just expands from there. So that's like the core 3, right? We're offering internship opportunities.
Okay.
We have internship opportunities posted at Lawrence, Fox Valley Technical College, UW Fox. The team continues to grow. Sarah Slayton here, sitting right next to me. She's doing her yoga teacher training certification at Empower off of College Avenue. So she'll be the instructor for the yoga sessions. Jake and myself have been kayaking our whole entire lives. We've guided before as well, of course, and we're really excited to bring the community out there. Yeah.
Sure. Is the yoga going to be a set schedule type event, or is on demand?
So it's a kind of a mixture of both. We're planning on doing that a couple days a week primarily, but I love doing yoga, and if someone calls us up and says, I really want to do the yoga at this time, this day, we're always here for the community again. And so we try our best. If someone really wants to do a rental in the afternoon, we're still here. We want to make everything happen for people as much as possible, but the general schedule is going to be a couple days a week in the mornings.
Okay. When are you guys planning to launch, grand opening, that type of thing?
So this year, because it's our first year, we're a local startup. It's going to be May 1st is the actual opening. But we've been in this office space for a week or so, and we've been just working it since last year. The next year, 2018, we would like to formally open in April, because right now it's April. It's been beautiful weather. Technically, our first kayaking outing was February. Of this year with that heat wave, if you remember,
sure.
Right? There's opportunities to start very early. Our grand opening will be May 1st. If you go on our Facebook page, we do have a special where if you come the first week and make a scheduled outing and a booking, you do get a percentage off. May 1st, stop on by, have some coffee with us, and say hello. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So the best place, you mentioned your Facebook page, your website. That's the best place for people to follow you guys?
Our email address is adventure@foxriverkayakingcompany.com. Our phone number is 920-931-4311. We are on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, YouTube. We're on TripAdvisor. We're on Yelp. We're working on more opportunities. So, just give us a shout. We're super friendly. We'd love to hang out. Yeah.
Cool. Well, really excited for what you guys have going here. As you expand in the valley here, the Fox River is definitely an asset here, and I think you're onto something here. So best of luck with everything.
Thank you, and thank you for the opportunity to be on your podcast.
Definitely.
Yeah, thank you so much for having us.
You bet.